Today I'm going to talk about one of the elements of our lessons, okay? I am Kevin O'Leary, and my family operates O'Leary Geigo Systems, which basically means O'Leary Language Systems of Japan. And one of the things that comes up is why we use mostly all English, or practically all English in our lessons. It's significant because over the 22 years I've been teaching in Japan, the last 10 years, um, the customers or the parents have uh, wanted the native English speaking teachers to have some Japanese abilities and to do more instructions in Japanese. I don't agree with that at all. And I really feel in the last 10 years that the kids are getting a little bit dumbed down by this um, because using all English or mostly English for instruction is very useful. So just my idea on why I use mostly Japanese, and what I'm talking about is 90% Japanese. I still do speak some Japanese in the class. So nearly all of our instruction is in English, even for the youngest beginners, and that means especially the youngest children. However, trying to use our best judgment, we do occasionally use Japanese. It's important to note all of our teachers can speak Japanese. Since I do the hiring for O'Leary Geigo, it's a requirement that our candidates do have some Japanese speaking ability. But I'm thinking mainly for safety reasons, or when they do have to do um, something like change a room or make a reservation um, for a space or uh, different functions, Japanese is necessary. But as far as instruction, no, they really don't need to use Japanese very much. But like I said, they can speak Japanese, but they need to be selective. So as a concept, we use it very seldom and very selectively. We believe that it's important to expose students to English in the most natural way. And the most natural way in the classroom setting is giving instructions and watching the students follow your instructions in English. Now, on the other hand, Japanese does play an important role in the course. In my case, I use it for final checking of the meaning and reviewing what has been repeatedly practiced and mastered in English. So basically, I want them to pretty much have mastered um, the pronunciation and the new words or whatever the target of what I've been teaching with nearly 100% confidence before we go back into the Japanese. One of the problems is I could say something all in English and follow it by Japanese, and after a few lessons, you'll notice the students will stop listening to the English and just wait for the Japanese. And so I don't really want to get them into that mode. So what I do is the final minutes of the lesson, the students write what they did in their notebook. Important to note, they don't write it in English, they write it in their own language. They write it in Japanese. Now this way, we can later find out what part of a lesson might have been misunderstood. Um, Also, they can report back to their parents, who supposedly only speak um, Japanese, what they think they did. Now, frequently, my students will see me speaking to their parents in simple English. And a note to the parents, please don't panic when I speak to you in English. I'm only saying something very simple, like a greeting or complimenting you on something. It's not really if it's it's a very essential thing like a schedule or something that's really important, we will have someone um, write, send you a note in Japanese or speak in Japanese to you. So don't panic when native speaker comes up to you and speaks to you in English. That's actually for the children's benefit, not so much for the parents. So the students see their parents speak in simple English, and it's not meant to be inconvenient to the parents, but it's to show the children that they can someday understand English without panicking like their parents did.